Allow me to speak about my intention, my way and my view about borrowing, because it's a cause that every person may find himself in. The Bible in the book of 2 Kings 4 and 3, Elisha here is telling the woman who had a lot of crisis in some areas of payments. He tell him in line 3, go to your neighbors, borrow as many jars as you can. Go to your neighbor and borrow as many things as you want. We do it for today. Number one, when you have crisis, you are supposed to go to your neighbors and borrow. Number one, you may know your neighbor well. That's an opportunity that God gives you, that you maybe know your neighbors. You may be saying that your neighbors can bail you out when you have a problem. You may not know. When you have the problem that can be solved with a human being, let your neighbor sometimes to know. Number one, that you are going to know exactly whether they are good neighbors whom you can be able to alert when you have a problem that you need people to solve. The second thing, there's an ancient proverb that says, when somebody who is poor slaughters, he put the skin on the gate. You may be having people who have already, yes, you see as if they have money, you see as if they have a substance, but you do not have, you are not very sure about it, because they have already put the skin of a slaughtered cow on the gate. You do not know whether the cow has died because of diarrhea or has died because of another thing. They have put it there. The one thing when you go and borrow vessels, when you go and borrow something from those people, you'll be able to know deep down. Those people, you cannot rely with them when exactly you are in an entire need of something. So when you are in a problem, you shall switch off those people. You see them as little children. They have nothing that they can be able to offer to you. The poor people, you can be able to see as if they are rich, because little thing that they have, they exaggerate it. You may see as if they are people that you can be able to depend with. Then Elisha told this woman, go and borrow, because you are supposed to know those people that you live with. The other thing that you can learn from when you are borrowing, you can be able to know when you get at that position, when you have something to give, you'll be able to know the people surrounding you, whether they are dependable or not. So it's one thing that you have to know, that the people surrounding you, are they dependable? When you go and borrow something to them, how did they talk? How the way that they talk, you can be able to know. So borrowing become one of the attributes of knowing the people that you are surrounded with. Yes, God tells us love your neighbors, but it's a reciprocal. So when you have a need, you go to them. Then you'll be able to know them clearly. You are roughing them and they are knowing them. They are just as vagabond. They have nothing that they can be able to offer. There are people who can take your story where they want to take it. So Elisha told this woman, go and borrow to your neighbors. Let you know what can come from your neighbors. Your neighbors, you may be thinking that they are too good to you, and the whole night they are gossiping about you. But what can I tell it about you is when you go and borrow those things. And when you do that thing, you'll be somebody with a lot of right. Hautakuwa na giza katika maisha.